I am super excited about the new Greenworks next generation chainsaw. This thing is super cool. First off with this thing is these new HC batteries, these high capacity batteries. They stand so far behind these things, you get a 4-year warranty instead of the normal 2 of them. This is the way to go, because you know something? You get more work done when you're not swapping batteries out. Now, like any other electric power tool out there, the cord is gone. We've gone to all battery power now, and what I like is quiet. I don't have to use these things on my helmet because no ear protection needed. It's that quiet, so you can be out cutting in the morning without waking up the neighbor, and nobody wants to make that neighbor mad. Now here's the one thing with chainsaw safety. Before I get into this cool chainsaw, what we can do with it, I want to see if we can stop some of these injuries out there. Did you know if you get the right gear, which is a cool helmet with a face guard, safety glasses, and if you've got the high performance chaps that are made for an electric chainsaw, that's going to stop 70% of chainsaw injuries if you're using both hands of the chainsaw. So guys out there, when you're using this stuff, get the right gear, do it once. Who wants to pay 10 grand for a hospital bill anyway? Let's talk about this chainsaw a little bit. One of the cool things I like, and it's one of the shortcuts that I see with a lot of different manufacturers out there, they will do the chain adjustment with one post and then a nut. This thing here, when I go to tighten this, after I've used it a little bit, I've got 2 bolts that I can actually adjust, which gives it a lot more secure connection, which I like that. That's how real chainsaws do it, and they do it the same way. Now, the other thing I like about this as well is it's super light, and it's got a really cool oil fill right here that you can actually see how far you get that bar oil up with it. And then the other thing that's really cool when you're dealing with electric chainsaws, and we were dealing with this the other day that I like, safety with this. So when you're using a gas-powered saw, you can sit there and when you get off the trigger with it, it runs for a minute. This one here, you're done. So when you're dropping the saw down to your side, you're not gonna catch your leg, or more importantly, not somebody else. One of the advantages of this saw here is it's the same as a 42cc regular gas-powered chainsaw, except with 20% more torque. That power means you're gonna be cutting the project quicker and it's gonna be safe for you. Now this comes with a 2 amp hour battery, which is great for most jobs, but the nice thing is if you get the whole collection of the 60 volt system, you can drop the 5 hour in there and use this thing all day long. But to be honest, when I'm using this thing in a 2 amp hour, it's gonna do what most homeowners wanna do with it. Now the other thing I like about this is I always have a hard time, remember when I've got gas, and who likes sitting here pumping and starting it? I was watching these tree trimmers out next door to my house yesterday, taking down a 100-foot fir tree. What was the guy up there doing? I was watching him 2, 3, 4 times trying to start this thing up when he was up there trying to cut and limb that tree down. With this, every single time you pull the trigger and you've got power and you're working. Who wants to throw a shoulder out just trying to get the thing started?